We're really keen for children, especially the most vulnerable, to have a chance to get into an early childhood centre, attend every day, because we know when they do that they're more likely to do better later in life. But what we need to do is get teachers thinking about how to attract those families that are generally hard to reach. And that's what this project's been about. The communities are wanting something more than what many early childhood centres were offering. And by getting centres engaged in this project and asking them to think about their communities more, we were hoping that they would be able to improve and change the way they currently work with communities to increase participation, reach out to those vulnerable families that are more likely to benefit from an early childhood education. In the last 20 or so years in education, there's been a lot of focus on quality assurance. For me, this project is about getting centres to forget about that and use instead quality improvement models so that they can think about always getting better over time. The ministry can't be involved and be with centres every step of the way, so what we have to do is find tools and systems that are going to support them to do the work. The Breakthrough series is a model that we've followed for our project. We start off thinking about our current state and where we want to head to and want to get better at doing. We bring the participants together for a series of training sessions, and then in the middle of that, the centres go away and make change and come up with change ideas that are going to cut through old patterns or old behaviours or old ways of doing things to find new ways of going about doing something and refreshing the way they think. One of the beauties about this project and the Breakthrough series is that it asks participants to collaborate with their customers or with community and think about doing something together, joining up to resolve long-term problems.
I think the biggest highlight for me was actually getting the enrolments.
The biggest highlight for me probably is, yes, it's working, but the children are coming in more, and at the end of the day, the children are engaged.
Altogether, I think what went well was the discussions and the ability to bring us all on the same page and be thinking along the same way, because before we started doing PDSAs, it was almost like very disjointed.
If you want to know more about this, I'd recommend going online and looking at the tools and resources that are available. There's some good early learning examples, but also examples from other organisations as well that will give you some of the templates, some of the models and some of the ideas that have worked for other early childhood centres. So I think just give it a go.